welcome to a slightly different weekly reading. With this one today, we're going to be doing a card a day. So I'll be picking one card for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, etc. And just seeing how the week plays out. I'm going to do it one at a time. So, you know, I'll be able to put the timestamps down below if you want to just quickly see what Wednesday's doing, etc. See what's coming up for that particular day. It's easier for you to find. So let's have a look and see. I will shuffle. I hope everyone's having a really good week or March so far. I know the news is enough to find anybody recently. I know, what are you doing the other way around? I know it's kind of concerning for a lot of people, but just keep your vibration high. Try and get out of the fear dormant with everybody and just kind of raise your vibration as much as you can, just to avoid anything too panicky. Alright, what we're doing on Monday. Okay, so I'm just going to have to bring it back a little bit so I can... Monday, we have the Six of Wands. So Six of Wands is all about growth and self-confidence, feeling of progress. So we start the week on a really good note. We start it on a note that may be giving you some direction finally after some weeks, maybe months of not really feeling present. And interestingly enough, the Monday, the 9th of March, is the day Mercury stations direct. So that could be something very significant if you have been feeling like Mercury retrograde has just been completely overwhelming you, or didn't really work very well, particularly the first, I think, maybe 2 weeks or more of Mercury going retrograde. It was very difficult, and especially if you had it in your house of health, it was incredibly difficult. So this is a good card to have. First of all, it's really something that you can work with, and it sets the week off on such a very strong connection. I feel it's something like your clarity has come back and you feel very in tune with things. You feel like you're on your level playing field once again, which is really good. The next card we have is the Hermit. So the Hermit brings in a sense of peace almost. You may feel more like going to things on your own rather than sort of focusing on everything else, which is typical, I think, at the moment with the whole, situation in the world. But the Hermit is very much introspection. It's about inner reflection, seeing how you're doing. Maybe on Tuesday you'll have a moment to yourself where you can go, you know what? I'm going to see how I am. After all that Mercury retrograde stuff, I'm going to see how I am. And maybe focus on meditation a little bit today. You could also probably be thinking about your exes, because I know a lot of people, their exes came back into the picture. So this could also be something that you're kind of working towards and seeing if there's something that you can utilize within yourself, because the Hermit is a really nice card. The Hermit is about searching, solitude, being peaceful in your own company. So it could be just you're reading a book on Tuesday. It could be that you're not bothered by other people as much as you have been. So that's a really nice, peaceful, introspective card, especially when it feels like you have a breach, like you come through and have a really good lungful of air and you're like, oh thank God, because Mercury retrograde is finally over. You now have chance to recuperate on that Tuesday. So that's going to be something very strong for you guys, and I'm hoping that it's reflective universally as well. The next card we have is another Wands card. So we have the Eight of Wands. This is very much about travel and change and movement. So it could be that after that mini day or evening even of recuperation, just something letting down your hair or doing something fun, or even, writing a meal plan for the rest of the week, doing something very productive. This is going to be where you're actually seeing this change manifest. You're seeing a change in your energy. You're seeing the Mercury retrograde go in direct affect every aspect of your life. So this will be Wednesday the 11th, and I feel like this is going to be something where you feel like, again, you're breaching something that's really strong here. You're breaching sort of maybe a lag on your productivity. Suddenly all the creativity, all the productivity is coming to you on this day. It could also be some people want a lot of you, so you're kind of stretched in various different directions and you have to go here, there and everywhere. It could be that you're, you know, I have to run this errand to run, this errand to run, because now you have your wits about you again. You're now back in the game and you're trying to focus on what makes your day productive, or what everything, you know, that has fallen by the wayside. You're now trying to focus on preparing with that and doing stuff like that. So not a bad start to the week. Thursday we have the Two of Swords. So this is making a decision. This is going with your gut and aiming true. So even though you may not be able to see the entirety of the situation, there is a choice to be made on Thursday. Maybe it's how you're going to spend your weekend. Maybe it's how you're actually going to progress in your own life. You know, like there's no wrong day to make plans about the future, apart from if you're in an absolute terrible state of Maya, you know, like, oh, I can't do it, or I'm feeling really down. That's when you need to take yourself off to one side and kind of heal yourself. But this day, on Thursday, I just feel like there's a connection within your heart of hearts. You don't have to see things as, you know, she's blindfolded, so you don't have to see things to feel them and to feel the right direction for you. And her aim is true, you know, she's got a bullseye. So there's definitely something that, you know, you're trusting. I mean, this could be a raven, so it could be the messages from the other side, from spirit, from guides, from loved ones. They could be coming through today and helping you guide and aim your energy and direct your energy into something that's better for you, because this choice, or this feeling like I'm not sure which direction to go, that's a perfect time just to either go into meditation or just to go within and feel with your gut which is right, which is the right choice for you, which is the right direction. Friday, we have Seven of Wands. So this is basically if you make your decision, or once you've made your decision on a Thursday, or once you start thinking that there's a need. This could be when people come in and say, hey, competition, perseverance, you know, testing you. It's Friday, it may be that people are finally getting on your wit's end at work. That's something that's just come through. You've been dealing with people spouting word salads at you all the time, and you're just kind of now done. I mean, you're not going to let it steer you wrong. There's a lot of wand energy this week. I'll just move this slightly backwards so you can see all the cards. But there's a lot of wands energy. There's a lot of potential here for creation, creativity, getting back into the flow of yourself, making sure that you can feel in the groove, so to speak, in a natural flow of what's coming towards you here. And I feel that's very important to understand that flow of nature, understand that flow that comes to you in spirituality and in energy, so you know how to use it, so you know how to direct it. And, you know, it's not going to feel wasted if you're actually recognizing what's coming and then you're doing something with it. But let's see what Saturday brings. Okay, something somebody says on the Friday could annoy you, or you could feel drained before you've even begun. So that's not for everybody. I think that this is the day, Thursday, to make the right choices, but you could feel like, oh, things may be getting on top of you a little bit. The spark that you have, you know, the good start to the week, it may lag a little bit because you can't maintain that high energy forever or indefinitely, you know, so it may be just a time to recuperate. Don't be as anxious, I know it's easier said than done, about things that you cannot control. Just control what you can. I think that's definitely the key when it comes to any anxieties that you may be having. Just see what you can control. Again, that groove, that energy, see how you can apply it. Because you can't possibly throw a net around the world and deal with it that way. It's just your own physical self that you can control and things like that. So I just feel like, yeah, there's something else coming in. I do feel that this could be to do with some people who have challenged you. You thought you had it all down. You thought everything was changing because at the beginning of the week, then I think people get involved. I think maybe about Wednesday, Thursday, people get involved and you're suddenly like, oh my gosh, I just want to rest. I just want to calm down. I just want to, you know, do something. For me, I want to carry on this energy, and then you have everything else coming through. So it could be that you get a lot of projects, you get a lot of people asking things of you, but I just think persevere and don't let people drag you this way and that, because I don't want you to really experience this burnout at the weekend where you just feel like, ugh, and you can't do anything that you want to do in your spare time, if indeed you do not work at the weekend. But let's see what Sunday has. Another swords. Weekend seems to be a little bit more of kind of decompressing. That's the word. Decompressing. This could be the fact that you are just recuperating. You know, a lot of people I know after a very busy week, again, if you do work the typical Monday, Friday, at the weekend, so let's just put this up here, you kind of take a whole day to recuperate, or a whole day to kind of shake that work thing off. And then maybe Sunday is somewhere where you go, okay, right, and you're just starting to recuperate, and then bam, you're back at work to try and start everything again. For those of you who don't work, like in the set thing, it could be that you're just kind of feeling the energetical shift in yourself and feeling this change coming about you. I mean, I don't see anything really wrong with this week. I do feel that other people, the news, the information we're getting could be the source of some anxiety and some draining energy for you. So if you need to switch off the news, do that. If you need to cut somebody's communications off just for this week, do that. If you can do anything that controls something, you know, with your energy, do that and focus on the things that mean the most to you. And I feel like this is going to be something that you can really connect with this week. So I'm just going to do an angel oracle card. I'll shuffle off camera because I don't want to jostle this. So what is the angel guidance that we need to know for this week? What is the angel guidance that we need to know for the week ahead? Okay, so we have clairaudience. Now, notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. And this is something that I think I saw. It's noticing with the Hermit, you know, the loving guidance that you're hearing, the energy that's coming to you, what it feels like for you is something that is very much in development. It's not 100% set in stone. This energy is tangible. It's how you use it that is, you know, going to reap particular effects. So for instance, if you get a lot of creative energy, if you want to pour it into writing or painting, or if you want to pour it into setting up a business plan, obviously they are going to yield different results. Whereas if you get the creative energy and you use that to maybe think about how you want to do something at work or just read or something like, again, it's not focused on anything particular, it's how you want to use it. So I feel like this as well, it means you're going to be extra sensitive to maybe what people say. You know, the effects of Mercury retrograde will still be hanging around this week. We're out of it, but it's still in its shadow phase. So you could be noticing more of how people use their language, how people use their words. And occasionally that could get you back up a little bit. That may be why you're feeling a bit defensive on Friday. And like, you know what, I've just come back and I've, you know, there's just something that feels like you're a little bit, I don't particularly like this. I don't like the way that you're using your language. So even the news, you know, I don't know like how they're using their language. So I'm now going to be shutting that door, maybe for a week, deleting apps from your phone that you don't like, and just kind of moving yourself from that situation, because I think that's the healthiest for you. You don't have to be tuned in all the time to be aware of what's going on. So I think that's something that maybe you need for this week. Let me know in the comments below how this goes for you, and let me know if you like this format as well, because it's a new one. It just came to me today. I immediately came upstairs and decided to do the reading for you. So yeah, just let me know in the comments below how this works out. And as always, I love hearing from you. Thank you so much for subscribing, liking the videos. They allow me to reach more people and welcome them into the fold, so thank you for doing that. And also, if you'd like a personal reading from me, all the links as to how to get in contact with me are down below. In the meantime though, have a wonderful week ahead. Let me know how things are with you, and I'll speak to you guys very soon. Sending a lot of love.